Are they being detained?
You can go about your way, and I can detain them. So
are you detaining them?
Step over there. I'm talking to them. Somebody called in about them. I'm trying to keep somebody from going in handcuffs and going to jail.
Well, sir, you don't have any reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime.
It's just like all public property, you have to check in.
Yeah, I'll just skip to the end scenario here. Are you trespassing me, and are you going to give me a no trespass warning? Let's just get to that, because if you're not, I'm going to continue doing my business. If you are, you need to sign that under penalty of perjury, and then I'll move on.
You cannot record, so we're going to ask you to stop recording. If you don't start recording, we're just going to ask you to come back another day, because they're not going to service you while you're recording.
So you're saying you guys are denying me public services because I'm exercising my rights?
Yes.
If I continue to exercise my rights?
Yes, if you continue to record, yes.
He's a community advocate.
In this video, peaceful citizens walking with a cross are suddenly surrounded by multiple officers. With no reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime, they are still questioned, searched, and even handcuffed. This is a raw example of blatant abuse of authority. In a so-called free country, can mere suspicion be turned into a crime? What do you think about this shocking scene?
What's going on? Somebody called in about this vehicle being out.
Officer, do you have reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime here?
I don't.
Okay. Are we being detained? This is my vehicle, so.
I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
Well, we're walking across America. I've already walked across the United States. I live in Vail. I like to go out with short walks with my cross and pray for the country. They're running the SAG vehicle. Nothing to it.
That's great.
So if you don't have a reasonable articulable suspicion for a crime, then we're just going to keep go about our way.
No, they're not.
Are we being detained? Are they being detained?
You can go about your way, and I can detain them. So
are you detaining them?
Step over there. I'm talking to them. Somebody called in about them. I'm trying to keep somebody from going in handcuffs and going to jail.
Well, sir, you don't have any reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime, and you're being filmed. You're on tape.
That's fine.
This is my vehicle, so
that's fine.
I'm just letting you know what's going on.
That's fine.
All right, continue your business then.
What I'm trying to explain is somebody's called in about this vehicle, okay? About it sitting here.
Is it parked illegally?
Can you let me talk?
No, sir, because I don't want to see our time wasted because somebody made a phone call. People, you can see that we're not breaking the law, sir. We live in a free country.
Stop. I'm trying to keep everything documented in case people call in again. That's what I'm saying. So if somebody does call in again and says, hey,
you've got a description of the vehicle. We're walking with the cross.
Listen to me.
Well, get to your point. So with all due respect, we shouldn't be detained for something like this.
All due respect, I'm talking to them. I'm talking to them. You had nothing to do with this, right?
I have absolutely everything to do with it because we're a team and I'm responsible for them.
I had a 60 county. You start a charitable card. You can go ahead and start a supervisor. Stand over there. I'll talk to you in a minute. I'm talking to them. Okay? Yes, I do have a right. I'm trying to keep somebody from going in the handcuffs.
Unless you have a reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime, you have no right to detain us, sir.
I do.
This is not a stop and frisk state.
Yes, I do. Stop.
No, you don't.
Stop.
I'm going to stand right here.
Sir, you need the opportunity to give me your license. Okay? If not, I'm going to have you step out of the vehicle, and I'm going to detain you. Stop.
I'm just making sure I got you on film.
Stop. Because I'm trying to figure out your identity. I'm trying to keep everything documented and figure out what's going on. Can you give me your license? Okay. Stop. Stop. Y'all stand over there.
I'm not moving, man.
Y'all stay right there.
I've not moved since you told me to stay. You guys are going to look real foolish here. Here we are walking with the cross across America. These Gaston County officers came up here. We're completely legally parked here off the highway, and they've pulled them out of the car without any reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime. Look at them being frisked there. Josiah, step back. We just walked up with our cross. The officer told us we were legally parked. He got a phone call, and this is the basis whereby they are searching and frisking both Bethany and Carter without any reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime. So if you guys are seeing this, call into the Gaston County Sheriff. This is unbelievable. No crimes, nothing. Sir, you don't have my permission to search my vehicle without a warrant. Yes, you do. You need my permission to search. This is my vehicle. I can provide the registration. Folks got nothing better to do than harass some Christians just minding their own business. Don't you think you got enough drug activity in this county to spend your time on other things? Just some Christians that live legally and are parked legally. Parked legally.
You're trespassing. This isn't your property.
You have nothing to do with this.
I do, sir. This is my team. I'm the team leader. I have not.
I've gave you every chance to be quiet and separate yourself from them.
I'm standing right where you told me to.
Go stand over there.
I can't go back in there. He told me I was trespassing. Don't touch me, sir.
Stand over there.
Don't touch
Go
me.
stand over there.
I will back up a few feet.
Chance. I have cooperated with y'all and gave every chance.
You have no reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime.
Stop. This is ridiculous.
Well, it is ridiculous. It is ridiculous that you guys got 3 vehicles out here on some peaceful Christians who are not breaking any laws. Unbelievable.
You're not being very Christian right now.
Oh, you don't define me as Christian. Christianity is not absolute obedience to the state and tyranny.
Not me.
It's not absolute obedience to the state. You're live on Facebook right now.
You're live too.
Good. You guys ought to be ashamed of yourself. No reasonable articulable suspicion for a crime.
Of going to sleep at night.
Of course you don't, because you're a tyrant. You're a tyrant. Yeah,
That's
you
your
just
belief.
admitted it, didn't you?
You
Unbelievable.
I agree with you. That's your statement. That's your belief.
No,
I'm
you
not gonna sit here
admitted
and argue
it.
with
This is unbelievable.
This is an unlivable argument.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
We
you
live
have
in a
your
free
belief, I have my
country, friend.
belief, and we're not
We
gonna
have a
agree
right
with
to
it.
walk down the highway and park the car in a legal spot.
This isn't a legal spot.
Yes, it is a legal spot.
No,
This
it's
is a
not.
road with a stop sign and
No,
a.
it's not.
Yes, it is. Have you ever been to the other
This is
side?
private property. This goes through somebody's property.
It is a legal road. Go to the other side
Would
and
you
you'll
like
see
me
a
to get the
stop
gentleman
sign.
here to-
Let's go to the other side. But that's not the issue here. We're not being charged with trespassing.
I don't know what's going on. I'm here to
Well,
assist
that's
this
a
officer.
shame. That's a shame. Disobedience to tyranny is obedience to God, friend. You're violating they're violating their civil rights. You're okay with that?
I don't even know what you're just talking about.
I can talk about whatever I want to have freedom of speech. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. No reasonable articulable suspicion for a crime. What's he being arrested for, officer? No reasonable articulable suspicion for a crime and you arrest somebody?
You have to give him his ID if he doesn't want to.
Every chance, dude. I was trying to get in and out of here. Trying to let y'all go do whatever y'all want to go do. And honestly, I could take y'all to jail too because I told y'all to step back.
I'm step back, sir. Just like you said.
These are the people serving and protecting us.
Just keep your mouth shut. Got it all on film. We live in a police state, son. 6 officers, 4 vehicles for just peaceful crosswalkers. Peaceful crosswalkers, minding their own business, parked. No reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime. It takes 6 officers, 4 vehicles. Gaston County, North Carolina. Gaston County Police, City of Cherryville Police. What's your name and badge number, officer?
There's my name. I don't have a badge number.
What's your first name?
There's my name.
There's your last name. I want your first and last name and your badge number. What's your badge number? I don't have badge numbers
I
here.
have badge numbers.
How do you identify yourself? How do they identify you? What's your first name?
There's my name.
You're required to give me your name.
I'm giving you my name.
I'm asking your first name.
I know,
That's not a crime. Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
You guys aren't aware of people's rights and what
You're not aware of the law.
You're not. I am very much
Honestly, you're
aware
not.
of the law. What law are we breaking?
This car was called in as being suspicious
And we
by a neighbor.
We explained to you what we were doing and what our purpose was. Calm down, officer. De-escalate. Suspicious vehicle is not a crime. Now we have a 5th vehicle and another officer. You'd think we were terrorists here. What is it, 7 officers now? 5 vehicles. Just walk. I guess it's walking down the road with a cross, sitting quietly, all because somebody made a phone call. I guess that makes it a crime these days. Guess these folks don't have much better things to do here. I thought there was a lot of drug activity in these counties. Right there's an old post with what looks like a old no trespassing sign. Here's the road. You can see that it parked on the outside side of the post here. There's the main road just to pull off to wait for the walkers, and that requires 5 police vehicles and 7 officers. I asked if we were being detained and they wouldn't give me an answer. Carter's in handcuffs in the back of the vehicle. All he did was ask if the officer had a reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime. We're not required to provide an ID unless there's reasonable articulable suspicion for a crime. 7 officers here, 5 vehicles. This isn't even 20 miles from my home, folks. I walked up with the cross while they were being questioned and I explained what we were here for. It wasn't good enough. Now they got to sit around and figure out how they can cover up for their mistakes here. No, I wasn't open there preaching. We were just walking with the cross and these guys were parked waiting for us. If any of you are watching, I suggest you call the Gaston County Sheriff right now and complain about this tyranny. They were just sitting in the vehicle. That's all they were doing. I walked up as they were being questioned. This young officer over here's got a little touch of short man syndrome. He was mouthing and very, very aggressive for no reason whatsoever. Someone called the Gaston County Sheriff's Department and complained, say that their civil rights being violated out here. Eric, we're over here near Cherryville, Gaston County, maybe 5 miles, 4 miles from Cherryville. Josiah and I walked a dirt road. It's about a 1 mile cut through, had a stop sign and had a street name, Baxter Road. There were no signs or gates. We just walked through and came out here on the road. The vehicle was parked here. We walked up as two officers with flashing lights had blocked them in and were questioning them. And their explanation of why we were here wasn't good enough. Of course, we walked up demonstrating that what they said was true. And Carter had asked the officer if he had reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime. He was uncomfortable providing his identification, which he's not required by law to do. I walked up and explained that this was my vehicle and that I was a team leader, and he started threatening me with arrest. And it's just outrageous. Now they're sitting there having a little conference call. I'm telling you folks, when a nation's moral compass is broken, it affects even law enforcement. And this is, you're going to see a broken moral code, and you're going to see tyranny in law enforcement, even in country police departments and city police departments and county sheriffs. This is just what it is. It's the world we live in. Christians are automatically a target. They know we're Christians. We explained to him what we were doing, and that just made him more angry. He told me I wasn't acting like a Christian. As you can see, the vehicle is not past the old post with an old no trespassing sign, and the road cuts through there about a mile to another paved road. It has a stop sign going that way, and there were no gates, there were no signs, and as you can see, there's none of that here. Now they're over here conferencing, trying to say that this was private property. You're going to find that vehicle is registered to a non-profit ministry, sir. Okay. Foolproof Gospel Ministries.
Yeah. Where did y'all start the walk at?
I walked across America, and I finished in October. I live in Vail, and we just go out and do short walks. Yeah. And so we started today kind of over near Baxter Road. Right at the Gaston County line. All we were trying to do was walk to Cherryville. Yeah. And we saw this cut across. Yeah. And there's a stop sign on the other side, and there's a street name. It says Baxter Road, and it's got an arrow pointing both ways. And we just simply walked through here, knowing that I told them to find a place where they could be off the road and park, and we were going to trade here, walk Delview Road into Cherryville, and call it a day. There were no signs. I looked. I mean, I've walked across America. I know, to try to stay off private property. Yeah. There was no signs or anything. We stayed on the road, and we just walked out and found you guys here.
Yeah, and what somebody did was they called in about a suspicious vehicle in the area. Okay, we got a call for service coming out here. So there's an SUV sitting right here at Baxter Road and Delview Road. I come out here. I spoke to the son.
My son-in-law.
Son-in-law and your dog.
Yeah.
I guess that's your dog,
yeah.
Right? So they refused to give their IDs.
Is that a crime?
Yes. If you refuse in a state of North Carolina to give your identification to an officer, you are delaying my investigation.
Don't you have to have a reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime?
And my reasonable suspicion was somebody calling in about a suspicious vehicle.
But what crime were they committing? Is suspicious vehicle a crime?
I'm not going tit for tat.
You can't answer my questions?
I'm not going tit for tat. Listen.
Isn't that a reasonable question? And is that how you? It's a reasonable question. Is suspicion a crime? So anybody can call in suspicious to anybody. This is how they respond, folks. I guess suspicion is a crime. So if you call in anybody suspicious, they're in trouble. We explained what we were here for. He's going to find the vehicles registered to a nonprofit ministry. Everything we said they're going to find is true. So I'm going to be interested to see here what the charges are, what they're being charged with. Nothing better to do, I tell you. What do you think about this?
I think this is crazy, and these are the people that serve and protect our community.
Protect and serve is probably for themselves, not for the public anymore. No, North Carolina is not a stop and ID state. 5 vehicles, 7 officers, because somebody said there was a suspicious vehicle. No, Bethany's handcuffed. Bethany's handcuffed, Carter's handcuffed in the back of the vehicle. According to this officer over here, suspicion is a crime. I'm not required to have an ID on me. I'm not operating a motor vehicle at the moment. I'm not carrying a firearm. Bethany's not required to have one on her. She wasn't operating a motor vehicle or carrying a firearm. This is my vehicle here. I'm being prevented from entering it. It's mine. He had my permission to drive it.
you asked to get in your vehicle?
What's that? I've asked to approach my vehicle. I'd appreciate it if I could. Or can I get my, I mean, it's mine.
I don't know if they're called. Let me make sure.
Am I good to put my stuff up, officer? Am I good to put my stuff up? This vehicle belongs to me.
The lesson for the U.S. community is clear. Police cannot demand ID or search without reasonable articulable suspicion. The Constitution protects the right to remain silent, to refuse, and to film in public. When citizens know the law, they stop abuse in its tracks. Because in the end, every tyrant who tramples the Constitution will pay the price. The law never sides with oppression. In this video, an independent journalist simply films at a public facility, only to be questioned and threatened with trespass by staff and deputies. The constitutional right to record in public becomes twisted into suspicious behavior. Are the officers truly upholding the law, or just protecting their own control and ego? What would you think if a citizen is treated like a criminal just for holding a camera?
What was your name again, deputy?
Moore.
Moore. You got a badge number?
15061, that's correct. Outside, taking pictures.
You got a badge number, Deputy Moore?
150.
Gosh, you guys don't wear body cameras?
I don't know.
Yikes.
Like I said, I work.
Oh, gotcha. It's just okay. Fair enough.
Hey.
Hi.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, quick question for you. I just wanted to make sure I understood something because you were requesting earlier. Are you trespassing me? I just wanted to be clear on
Jefferson County Shop, Michelle speaking. Hi, Derek. Hi, Eric. Sorry. Hey, Eric. I can't talk right now. I have a gentleman walking around the facility with a.
I may have a job for you here in a second, Deputy Moore.
A
civil one.
So let me call you back. I have the civil deputy here with me right now. She was here filling up, so I will bring you up to speed in a while. Thank you. Bye.
I just wanted to clarify something real quick.
Sure.
Were you? I'm sorry. What was your name and what do you do here? You're an employee, right?
Yes, I
am
an employee.
So what's your name?
You tell me yours first.
Well, you're a public employee.
Yeah, I am.
So you're not going to do it?
My name is Michelle.
Michelle, okay. What do you do here? Are you a manager?
I work in the office. I'm the shop administrator.
Okay, got it. So I just want to make sure, because you had requested earlier, I just wanted to make sure I didn't misunderstand. Are you trespassing me?
I'm asking the deputies to come and make that determination. I'm not going to make that determination.
Well, you're an agent of this.
She's asking you to leave because this is an area that is not open to the public due to the liability of getting injured.
No, it's absolutely 100% open to the public.
Well, that's why I'm not arguing with you on that.
Yeah.
That's up for the deputies that are going to be responding. They know the laws on that, but it's just common courtesy that you would stop in the office.
If you knew what I was doing here,
state your business.
If you knew what I was doing here, you'd.
Well, that's just it. You haven't.
I can't tell you yet because I'm not done. Maybe when I'm done, if this goes in a cordial way. I mean, you're being cordial.
I'm not being uncordial.
Well, calling a deputy on me is kind of rude.
Okay.
And you should know better.
Well, you're not being very transparent with what you're doing here, and she doesn't know why.
Well,
you're here.
again, if you understood, which I may explain depending on the attitude of everyone involved by the end of this encounter, I may explain what I'm doing here, and it'll probably make in fact, it'll make 100% sense why I'm not being transparent right now. So that's the thing about that. But I just need to make sure, since you are an agent of this Department of Public Works.
I'm an employee.
Yeah, but you have agency.
Right now, I'm the only one here. So
exactly. So you have agency. So that's why I'm asking you. You've requested that I leave, and I've politely declined the request. Are you demanding I leave relative to the trespass statute and the revised codes of Washington?
Yeah, I'm asking that you leave or you state your business.
No, I'm asking, are you trespassing me?
I cannot trespass.
You can as an agent of the facility.
Okay, I'm requesting that you leave then, or you can, if you want to state your business.
If you're requesting, I'm going to deny the request. If you're trespassing
we're
me,
going to go in circles here.
Well, there's a stark delineation between a request and a demand by trespass.
Well, I'm not a lawyer, and I don't know the ins and outs of the laws. And obviously, you've got your purpose, and you believe you have the right. I'm not going to argue with you on that. I'm just asking that it would have been a common courtesy that you stop in the office.
Well, and there's something that Deputy Moore can actually help you with here if you're demanding I be trespassed, because I've committed no criminal issue as of this moment. No, I know you didn't. I know you didn't. What I'm saying is she can actually issue a civil trespass letter relative to 9052-115 of the revised codes. If you want to do that, Deputy Moore can help you with that. That's a civil issue.
She's
a civil deputy.
To you her status.
She's a civil deputy, and that's a civil issue.
You're just fueling up her vehicle.
I understand that, but she's a civil deputy, and what I just cited to you is a civil issue. So actually, she can write that civil no trespass.
That's why I'm having another deputy come here because yes, my job is civil.
Yeah, and that's a civil thing.
In different capacity. I work for the civil division, which we handle paperwork process for the courts.
Sure.
So that's why I'm having another deputy come, so they can explain a lot better than I could.
Okay.
On that.
But I just want to make sure you're not detaining me at this point.
I'm not detaining you.
Fair enough. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to finish working on what I'm working on. So I promise you, though, absolutely guarantee 100%. I have no nefarious intent. I'm not here to do any bad things, hurt anybody, whatever. I'm just here working on
Well, you can
something
understand
specific.
why we would, just as a common courtesy, just for the reasons that you presented, that you would come in and state your business and your name or made an appointment, and we would have had the appropriate representatives here to...
Actually, I can't do that because of what I'm working on. If I had done that, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing. And like I said, depending on how polite and reasonable everyone is, and so far you guys have been completely polite. I take no umbrage with anything you've done. I've just asked for clarification. You've clarified 3 times now that you're just requesting, you're not demanding for a trespass. So since that's the case, you know, I'm just going to continue working on what I'm working on. And like I said, if everything's good to go by the time I'm done with this, I'll absolutely share with you what I'm doing and why I'm here today. But I just can't do that because it would affect what I'm actually working on if I told you that. Especially because you're a shop administrator, that would be a problem. So I appreciate it.
Okay. Sir?
Yeah.
So did you go through the process of checking in here?
Certainly did not.
Why not?
Because I don't need to.
Why?
Because there's no requirement to do that.
Apparently there is.
It's
just like all public property, you have to check in.
Yeah, I'll just skip to the end scenario here. Are you trespassing me, and are you going to give me a no trespass warning? Let's just get to that, because if you're not, I'm going to continue doing my business. If you are, you need to sign that under penalty of perjury, and then I'll move on.
So the thing is, this is all heavy duty equipment. There's clearly a fence around the place. Yes, county property is county property, but there's a reason there's a fence around it.
Yeah, so after hours, people can't get in here.
Right, and in order to come in and state your business, you have to go through the proper channels.
I don't need to state my business.
Why is that? What exactly are you doing?
Well, like I told Deputy Moore and Michelle, right? Yeah. I'm working on something. I can't explain that till I'm done.
Okay.
I'm here for no ill intention, problem. I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not going to hurt anybody. I'm not going to commit any crimes of any sort whatsoever. So I'm just going to continue my business. Is this a consensual encounter, or am I detained?
No, you're not being detained, as far as I know.
No, that's fine. If it's consensual, that's cool. I appreciate it more.
Yeah, it's the biggest thing is the concern for not only the safety of the workers, but your safety, being around heavy equipment and stuff like that.
Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told Michelle and dang it, now I'm mixing it up more. What was your name again?
We're both more.
Oh, it is more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I thought it was something else.
There's a few of us in the county.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I want to clarify. I have no problem with anyone here. I'm not looking to cause any problems.
Right.
I do genuinely appreciate the concern for my well-being. I do.
Right.
As far as the well-being of other people around here, I have no ill will towards them. I'm not going to create any danger for them. In fact, I'm kind of about halfway into what I'm doing.
Okay.
So as soon as I'm done, I'm going to head out of here. But I can't share with you what I'm doing right now, because if I did, it would greatly affect the efficacy of what I'm working on.
Okay. So I see you're recording me, and I have to let you know I'm also recording you.
I am so glad that you have body cameras.
We all have body cameras.
That's good.
Now. Yep.
I appreciate that. That's good.
Okay.
That's good for you, and it's good for me.
So obviously we've discussed the overall concern. I don't know. I wasn't even the primary deputy that signed up for this. It's just the other deputy was coming from a lot further out.
Sure.
And I was
yeah,
closer.
that's right, man.
Let me talk to her and kind of see if there's a way to circumnavigate the whole sign-in process, because I think that's the biggest issue here was.
Yeah, I think
at the very least, and if stating your business is an issue, at the very least, just the sign-in part, I think, was the overall issue. So let me go talk to her and see.
Like I said, I'm not here for any bad reasons, but I mean, it's just sort of, she's got to put a ring on it. If she's asking you to issue a criminal trespass in the second degree from this property, I'm not going to fight you over it. She could sign the perjury statement, you can issue it.
And the thing is,
it wouldn't
even, that's an actual charge. It wouldn't even if there was an issue of trespassing, it would just be at this point, it would just be a trespass admonishment.
Well, it'd be a warning.
Yeah.
It'd be a warning. Yeah, no, absolutely. I completely agree.
Yeah.
And if she wants to do that as the agent for this department, for Public Works,
sure,
she has the ability to do that. I'm going to politely ask you to maybe reconsider what the statute and case law says around that, because she has to stipulate that there is some sort of, lawful reason for her to ask me to leave. I'm not doing anything unlawful.
And you're right.
How's it going?
And you're right. The prosecutors do ask that there's an actual unlawful reason that when we trespass people, that we trespass.
You have got to be the sheriff.
Nope.
That is a lot of years in service.
No, we'll talk later if you
so
want.
Actually, if you want to talk to him, I'm at the point where I'm going to go talk to her. So.
Okay.
So he's pretty adamant that.
Hang on here. I got the county engineer on speaker. Eric, can you hear us?
I sure can.
Okay, this is Deputy Moore.
Hello. So he's pretty adamant that he's not doing anything criminal. He's not bothering anybody. He's assured us that doesn't have any intentions of getting hurt. He won't state his business. He did give his name as Steve. He wasn't too keen on doing the whole check-in process. I said at the very least, if you don't want to state your business, could you at least do the check-in process as to where you at least give your name? He wasn't overly keen on doing that. He seems pretty educated on what he can and can't do.
Right.
I'm not sure. Again, I don't know what his business is, but he's got a lot of photography equipment and video equipment. I don't know if it's.
He's got a mask up over his face.
I don't know if it's a baiting situation or what, but.
Right. Well, I mean, I don't know if there's a lot we can do. They were up here causing trouble before.
Okay.
I'm happy to come out and talk to the guy.
He said he's willing to state his business once he gets done doing whatever it is he's doing. I'm assuming just taking pictures.
I don't know legally what he's allowed. I mean, we put up signs that clearly delineate where the public is allowed and not allowed.
Sure.
After they were here last time.
Right.
So maybe that's something we do after the fact here. But in the meantime, we just need to, grin and bear it. But like I said, I'm happy to come out there.
Sure, yeah, I mean...
is it too much to ask for him to wait at the gate until someone like yourself can walk around with him? Or, I don't know, can we legally do that?
I mean, it is a fenced-off, not open to the public.
I'm not comfortable walking around following him because he's going in and out of buildings and everything else.
Right.
I don't know the law and what we can and can't do. All I can do is
So has anybody actually asked him to leave?
I've asked him 3 times that once I knew and he wouldn't leave, then I asked him to go stand at the gate because I called you guys to at least come and talk to him, and he refused to do that. He continued to walk around. That's when I asked Ashley to kind of stay with me until you guys got here.
He's not allowed in the buildings. Lock the buildings and let him do his thing out of here.
He's just taking pictures of the equipment and stuff. He's not actually... He doesn't...
hang on, Eric.
Without the fact that she's asked him to leave and he's refusing to leave, I mean, technically it's public property and he's allowed to be here, and he knows that.
He's goading it. That's why he's got...
Oh yeah, that's what I thought too.
He won't tell me his name. He won't give me a business card.
Yeah, he didn't want to do the check-in procedure to be out here, so...
Yeah, he won't cross that road.
So, do you want... I mean, we don't want to agitate this guy, Eric. I mean, Ryan Lammers is here now. I'm not comfortable following him around, but if you want Ryan to stick with this guy, he can follow behind him at least, that way we've got eyes on him.
That'd be great. If Ryan can just come in and stick with him, that's fine. And
yeah, there's nothing to say he can't be escorted.
Lock the doors to the buildings and let him do his thing and get out of here.
All right, and then at this point in time, unfortunately, we can't trespass him, but I think it's something that we need, we can't call the deputies every time someone's
the powers that be
walking
need to discuss that and figure that part out, because it is kind of a fragile area.
It is. We've got a lot of tripping hazards, sharp objects, there's equipment coming in and out.
And if he's in here and he trips on something and bashes his head open.
L&I, I mean, you have to have, even to walk through the shop, you're supposed to.
Do you guys have a sign up that says all visitors must check in?
I believe there is one, but I'd have to check.
Okay.
There could have been something that got taken down or it's not visible.
Yeah, because that would be a number one point of contention there.
What's that, Eric? I'm sorry.
Do you have my mobile number?
Would you text it to this number that I called you from? This is my county cell phone. I think it's 0795. Correct. Text it to me and I'll have it.
I'm going to take off here.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
So I think that would be a good start, is to do that, because at least then in the future when we have an incident like that and that would, I feel like that would be something they could be trespassed for, is not following proper procedure. Because if they pass a sign that says all visitors must check in and they're not willing to do that, then they need to.
I had one other guy that actually Kernsteiner trespassed for me, but he would actually come in the office and he was belligerent. And,
oh, okay. Yeah, that's a whole different story.
And I asked him to leave and he wouldn't leave, and then he left, but then he came back, so they were able to trespass him.
Okay.
Yeah, this was just kind of freaky to all of a sudden.
Yeah, I think it's funny he has a mask
I
on.
had somebody come in and say,
do we have any ski masks I can put on to play this game?
He doesn't appear to be going inside any of them, just taking pictures from the outside.
No, and I just sent James to lock the COVID check.
I'm going to just say, hey man, you're welcome to continue doing whatever it is you're doing, but you're going to have an escort.
He's purposely trying to get you going.
Oh, I just won't talk to him.
Yeah.
I deal with this all day long. I just got screamed at by the lady on Naked Eye, so.
Yeah. How dare you block traffic?
Yeah.
What's up, Deputy Moore?
So, what it boils down to, I guess, is that they're good with you continuing to do whatever you're doing.
Okay.
But they're gonna put Ryan with you as an escort.
Oh well, geez. I mean, that's his right to do that.
To assure you don't get hurt.
Sure. That's totally seems reasonable.
Because they're more so worried about if you're taking pictures and you trip over something and hit your head or something.
Hey, look, I totally get that, and that's a smart thing to do from an insurance perspective, liability perspective. I have no issue with that. This is a public space for everyone here. It's not just me to tell people what to do.
So other than that, in the future, I mean, assuming this is your plan again for the future, they're probably going to get a sign, if they don't already have it, that says something to the effect that all visitors must check in. But beyond now, us being here is no longer an issue.
Fair enough.
And for that matter, neither of you.
Okay.
So yeah, just that's Ryan over there in the vest. He's going to be tootling around with you. And
okay. Yeah, I've literally probably only got about another 10 minutes here. If any one of you are just dying of curiosity when I'm done, I'm happy to share with you what I'm doing here. It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
In fact, I think you guys will be like,
I might hang around.
Yes. That's a good thing that you're doing, sir.
Yeah.
All right,
The lesson for the American community is clear. Public facilities belong to the people, and no false barriers can erase your lawful right to record. The law does not allow police to twist trespass into a weapon to silence citizens. When you stand firm on the First Amendment and your rights, abuse of power becomes nothing but a farce. And that farce, sooner or later, turns into the verdict against those who trample the law. In this video, a citizen simply records inside a public building while conducting lawful business. Yet staff and officers immediately threaten, order him to stop, and even deny public services. When policy overrides the Constitution, citizens' rights are trampled. The question is, are they protecting the law or just protecting their own power? How would you react when holding a camera is treated like committing a crime?
So they got the signs that you got to remember and be mindful that other clients are being serviced, so they're sharing their personal business, they're here, so you can't record them.
What's your name, ma'am?
My name is Miranda. Everything is
That's
right.
my name, too.
Okay, nice to meet you.
And you are with what agency?
HRA.
Okay.
So as a courtesy for the other clients, we don't allow that. And if you don't start recording, then we're going to have to ask you to come back another day.
I'm here to conduct business.
Okay, yeah. But
Legal and lawful business.
But you're recording people.
I haven't recorded not one private person in here. I have a First Amendment right to record my government according to their duties. I'm in public. It's a public area. I'm not impeding business. I'm not anywhere I'm not supposed to be. That means I have a right to be here. And I also have a right to. And I also have a right. I have the First Amendment right to record.
No, not in this building. You can't record.
Why not?
They don't allow it. I already told you why.
Is it against the law?
For the building, yes. So you could be summoned, everything because of it.
For exercising my First Amendment?
Because we're going to actually, you're going to continue to record.
You work for HRA or you work for DHS?
HRA. This is the HRA building, not DHS.
Okay. So you're saying I don't have the right to conduct business in this building?
No, you can conduct your business
right, that's what I came to do.
But without recording.
I always record my business with the government. It's my First Amendment right too.
All right, so let's stop. Let's slow down. In this building, you cannot record, so we're going to ask you to start recording. If you don't start recording, we're just going to ask you to come back another day. Because they're not going to service you while you're recording.
So you're saying you guys are denying me public services because I'm exercising my rights?
Yes.
If I continue to exercise my rights?
Yes, if you continue to record, yes.
He's a community advocate. He's here on my behalf because of the problems I've been having with each other. So he's here right now for my protection. I have business.
So you can conduct business. That's not the
Unless you're exercising your rights.
The issue is recording. You can't record in the building. So they have
What's the law?
signs posted everywhere in the building.
Can you print out the penal code for me?
You could look that up on your own. You could speak about it. I can't print up anything.
You're trying to enforce it though. Can you at least give me the penal code?
That you cannot.
Because you're enforcing it?
You can look at the signs if you like.
I didn't see not one sign that says no recording on this floor. Maybe an HRA down there, but...
He came here with you, and when I asked him how may I help him, do he have a ticket so that he could be serviced, he blatantly just continued to stand there. I don't know what he's recording back there. I don't know who he is. You understand what I'm saying? He did not address who he was. He didn't identify why he's here. He could be recording somebody back there, a young lady, a young man. I don't know. There could be a restraining order. Anything can be going on right here. So by you coming in here with him and you don't let us know what's going on, you're violating other people's safety.
Respectfully, ma'am, you engaged me. I asked you what's your name. And I asked you what your name was.
I told you that
you didn't want to give me your name, so I didn't want to have a conversation with you. And I'm not obligated to speak to anybody.
You came in this building on this floor.
I'm not obligated to speak to anybody.
Okay.
I have the Fifth Amendment. I can stay quiet. So I'm gonna go downstairs, get a ticket, and I'm gonna come conduct business.
You're not going to be able to be in the building.
You're not telling me what penal code that is.
All right, you can look in the lobby.
You have a supervisor I can speak to?
No, he's not here today.
You guys are just running rampant with no supervisor.
He's not here. We're not running rampant.
So you don't have a supervisor I can speak to?
No.
There's a sign on the wall that clearly says
Why y'all yelling? Why y'all yelling? Why are you yelling though? You are.
You're going around the issue.
You call these people and then you don't even allow them to handle it. I'm exercising my rights in a public building, which I have the right to do. Is that a policy that you're forcing or is it a law?
You want to go downstairs and look at it? It's downstairs.
Yeah. If it's a sign that somebody printed out, that's not a law. That's some shit that people printed out.
All right.
I'm asking you what the law is that you're enforcing.
You can't record in this building. That's bottom line. If you want to report it, we could give you the number to report it.
How?
But that's a policy we have to enforce. Yeah.
Oh, it's a policy.
Yeah.
You put policy over law?
So, yeah.
What's your name?
We have to record. That's Coleman. All right, come on, guys.
Go ahead.
No, you're going first.
Oh, wait.
Come on. What's the issue? Do you want to go see it or not?
I'm going to
You
go.
have to get tickets, so let's go.
Can you lead the way?
Sir, what's going to happen is we just going to ask him to leave the building, and then you're just going to be here by yourself. You can come back another day. Like, I'm not going to keep going back and forth about something. I'm trying to help, so either you want to do it or not.
De-escalate.
All right, so let's go.
I'm talking. I can't talk to three people at the same time.
All right, you doing just fine. Let's go.
You need to de-escalate, ma'am.
Yeah, I am.
De-escalate.
And you need to stop recording.
I don't.
All right, well, you're going to leave the building.
It's
I
protected.
promise you'll be out the building.
The First Amendment's protected.
All right.
And I promise I'm going to hold all of y'all accountable.
Okay.
I'm going to request your body camera, too.
Yes, thank you.
I'm asking you what law are you enforcing?
All right, don't worry about it. You're going to see it downstairs.
I have to worry about it.
You're going to see it downstairs. Yeah. And if you continue to record after you see that, just leave the building because you're not going to be able to get service. They're not going to service you with you recording. They just not going to do it. Again, there's so many people in this building, they don't want to be on your camera.
Look how this guy's looking at me.
They don't want to be, and then you antagonize and look how he's looking at you like, come on.
Your boy is standing like this with his hands like this right next to me like he's going to do something. So who's antagonizing? So who's antagonizing? Y'all corner me. Y'all corner me into the fucking corner of the elevator. Right then.
You are right.
All right
Nobody
then.
wants to be on your recording. You got her on your recording.
Don't be a public servant then. Don't be a public servant then. They're in public. I don't know what to tell you. Where's the sign? Show me.
Right there.
No de-escalation training, I see.
Nah, it's de-escalation training. You being
ignorant. I'm ignorant. For exercising my rights in public. I'm ignorant.
People don't want to be
I don't
on
give people are in public. There's a camera, there's 2 cameras above your head. What are you talking about? There's no privacy in public.
Facebook, none of that.
There's no privacy in public, and I'm not putting private people on my camera.
You don't know what you do.
You work for the government, don't you?
You can look around.
You work for the government, don't you? That means I can record you.
Look around.
Where's the penal code? Where's the penal code on the sign?
All right, sir, have a good day.
Where's the penal code on that sign?
Go to me when make a report.
Where's the penal code on the sign? What law are you enforcing? That's a policy. You don't put policy over law. You don't. What law? What law am I breaking? What law am I breaking? You're a peace officer, right? What law am I breaking? All right then.
Do you have a supervisor? Because I do have a...
Please, this just says, please be considerate. That's a request. That's not a law. Please be considerate. That's a request. That's a request. I'm not here to record private people. I record you because you work for the government. You work for the government. You work for the government. I can record you all day long. I can record you all day long. Those public servants up there, I can record all day long. And of course they do these. So what's going to happen if I go back in this building? What's going to happen? Summons? For what crime? You never asked me to leave.
You can, but you cannot record. So if you here to conduct...
Did you ask me to leave?
Yes, I'm asking you to leave.
Oh, okay, because you can't trespass me until you ask me to leave.
I said you continue to leave. We asked you to leave. So again, you can leave the
I
building.
need you write down your names and badge numbers.
You got it here.
Write it down.
I'm not writing it down. You take notes.
Write it down. Write it down.
Are you
Write it down.
Are you an officer?
No, she's a peace
That's
officer.
not
I'm not.
policy.
No, I don't have to write it down. You just have to
So
get
then
it.
do
He
you
got
have
me
a
on
business
recording, so
card?
he has it. No, I
You
don't
will
have a
be
business
held
card. You don't have
accountable
a business
today.
card.
What I need to happen is I need to speak to a supervisor because
No
you're
supervisor's
clear.
here.
So then we need to call an NYPD
So then
because
you need to call NYPD.
you don't know the law right now.
So call NYPD. You
I'm not
can't.
going
You
to call them. I
entitled
have
to
a ticket.
You can
and
get
I'm
service, but you cannot.
Where's the law?
That's not true, man.
Where's the law?
Have a good day.
Where's the
sir.
law on the sign? There's no law on the sign. It says please.
Come on,
That's a request. That's not a law.
Please don't come back.
Why don't you honor your oath to the Constitution?
Your services is done for the day, so that's it. Back up. I am. I'm asking you to back up. You're not being serviced. You can call NYPD. What am I calling NYPD for? No, I'm not calling NYPD.
You can't deny me services.
No, I am denying you services because
Of what
your
basis?
services are terminated
So
because
then-
you're
so then
recording.
what
They
I'm
don't want
saying
you
is,
upstairs recording.
You're
them.
going to get the city in a lot of trouble right now. So I'm
Alright.
saying,
And I'm saying you
going,
could, and
what
you
I'm
can
telling you is,
legally
I'm
make a
going to
report.
push
You
that
can.
issue. You're going to
I want you to push that issue. I want you to push that issue because we have this problem all the time with people. So I would like
You can't just deny people public services just because.
I would like you to push the issue and record it.
No, I am.
Watch your back, like people inside.
There's two other doors I
Yes,
can go
you
through.
should. You absolutely should. If you feel like you have the right to do that, then
We do have the right to do that.
there's no problem. I don't have a problem.
Call your supervisor.
Okay with that.
all right.
But you can't be serviced upstairs.
I asked you for your supervisor.
He's not here today.
Okay, so
He's
then,
not here today.
since you don't know what you're talking about, I'm going to
Every
continue with my
day,
ticket that I have.
every day we go through the same thing. People
You can't-
Today's going to be the day that you learn.
People cannot
go
record,
through today's
okay?
gonna be the
So
day.
if you want to record it, it's fine. But
I have
you
a
cannot
First
be in
Amendment
here.
right. So can you
because
please
it's the
stop
same thing.
obstructing me from the
Right, I'm asking you to leave, so
I'm not
you have to
gonna
leave. You're not being
I'm not
serviced
gonna
today. You're going to be detained for trespassing.
Okay.
Okay? All right. So, sir, turn around. This is ridiculous. Like,
You want me to wait for you?
sir, you can leave the building.
You want me to take your phone?
Leave the building.
I am leaving. You see the door open? I'm leaving.
Do you have a wheelchair? Because I don't walk. I can't walk in here.
No, you can walk. It's not on your feet. It's not on your feet.
So what I'm saying is I'm not resisting. I'm just saying
I know.
I can't walk.
You was walking perfectly fine.
I can't walk in here. EMS.
Do you need EMS?
No, I just need
No, we don't have to.
entertaining.
Yeah, I know. And you work at walking perfectly fine. Do you need
I don't
EMS?
walk.
Do you need EMS?
The lesson for the American community is this. Public buildings are not private fortresses. They belong to the people, protected under the First Amendment. No internal policy can override the Constitution. The right to be served, the right to record government activity, and the right to free speech must always be honored. And the fate of every abuse of power is inevitable. It exposes weakness and turns so-called law enforcers into the very lawbreakers they claim to oppose. What do you think about these officers? Leave your thoughts in the comments below so we can discuss and learn together. Thank you for watching.